Hey guys, it's time for a Fear Friday. We haven't done one in a while because I've been racing and I've been out of town with some family stuff. But we're back, and today's topic is pretty personal to me. I'm kind of writing about something I have personally dealt with, but I know everybody who races long enough deals with it too. So we're going to talk about it, and it's about what to do when you fail or you have a really rough race, how to get back on the horse. I'm going to write a blog post about it soon, so be on the lookout for that. But basically, we all want to go into races totally prepared. We set goals, we want to be as successful as we can be. But, you run long enough, and sometimes you just have those really bad days. I would argue, though, that some of those really bad days are the days that you learn the biggest lessons. I know personally, I just had a recent race and it didn't go great, but not for placement or for time, but mostly because I didn't feel good. And those are bummers, because I love to run, but I really love to race. And so it's a bummer when you don't feel good. I have so much fun on race day, and that's kind of a big letdown when you don't feel the way you want it to. Now, don't get me wrong, it always hurts. That's not what I mean. I mean, it's going to not feel good, but that's a different thing. I mean, it's bad when you feel like you're prepared to hurt, but you aren't even able to get there. You just don't feel that. So that's a different thing. And that's kind of what I'm talking about. How do you get that out of your brain? Because that's hard to overcome. We all sort of hit that place, and it can be tricky to get it out of your mind so that you can get back on the starting line and go again. So that's what we're talking about. One of the things I suggest, I do this myself, is kind of look back, do a little retrospective. What happened, the night before the race? What happened the day before, 2 days before, the week before, the month before? But chances are, if you're honest, you can pretty much catch it right there in the day before or the night before, or even the morning of. If you had a plan and that plan went to hell when you were, you were running late, you overslept, all of these things factor into it. It adds stress, you forget your food, things just happen. Heck, honestly, it can even come as late as the start of the race, so the gun goes off. I mean, being truthful, a lot of times races don't go according to plan. Once you've gotten to the start line, you take off, you go out too fast, your plan is completely thrown away. So really and truly, that's where you need to start and then work your way back. But if you can do that, then you've got a place to kind of zero in and know what you need to work on. For many of my athletes, and they know this, I usually have, after each race, we talk about the things that went right, the things that went wrong, pretty specific. And then that way I have them keep that. And so before other races, we know where their strengths were. We want to keep building on that, but we also want to fix the weaknesses. So that's something that I recommend doing. But also, the number one thing, and I'm going to keep this really short and sweet because it's really easy. Everybody has a bad race, and we set these expectations. I'm just as bad at this as anybody, but we set these expectations where we just expect that we're going to go and it's going to be great, and everything we did, we feel like we've earned the right to have this great day, and you have. But it doesn't mean it's going to happen. And so what you have to do is understand that those bad days come, and that's part of it. You have to embrace the process and understand that when the bad days come, if you can take something out of that and apply it to the next race, apply it to the next weekend's training run, apply it to life. A lot of times our races fall apart because of things that are going on with us outside of training or running. Life stress, big family decisions, all of these things factor into our running. And so it's really important to be able to understand what's happened, accept it, try to learn from it and build on it so that it doesn't happen again, but it's not the end of the world. I mean, I know we all have these A races that are our big races that we plan for an entire year. And sometimes even those big A races, they don't go the way we want them to. But We always can walk away learning something from it. And if you can do that at the end of every race, then I think that's a win. So that's what I say. That's the easiest way to get back on the horse after a bad race. Just say, did I learn something from that? And if you didn't, that's a whole other issue. And maybe that's where you start having a conversation with yourself or with your coach. But if you're honest with yourself, typically, chances are you know what happened and you know how to make it better. All right, guys, I hope you have a great weekend. Thanks. See you later. Bye.